How do I find material at the Dalton McCaughey Library? The easiest way is to go to the library homepage at www.dml.vic.edu.au and then click on the library catalogue link. The library's new catalogue includes a set of help pages on the left, some handy information on the right, a link to the old catalogue and to the University of Divinity Library Hub and to the library's A to Z of library journals. But what we're going to be concentrating on today is the search function here. Let's say we're looking for the title The European Reformations by Carter Lindbergh. You click on the search box up here and you enter some keywords. And enter. And there we are. 3 hits. 2 of them are different editions of the same title, which happens to be the one we're looking for. And the other one that came up also has the same keywords that we'd entered. To have a look at details of this title, you click on the title and you get to this screen, which lets you do a number of different things. You also get to see details about how many items we have attached to that particular record. Here we have an ebook, as you can see, 2 items that are checked in the general collection, and 1 item that is lost. You can try to place holds on any of this, but this won't work unless you're dealing with an item that is checked out, that is on loan to someone. For example, if you try to reserve this particular item, place holds, you get this message: hold request could not be processed. You can only place holds on items that are checked out. Just go back to the beginning here, close that window like that, and we'll go home. This is not just a catalogue search tool though, it is a discovery tool which lets us put in very broad terms and slowly drill down to the material that we find most relevant. For example, what if we were to search for material on ministry? As you can see, we have a very large set of results, an unworkable list because it would take us a very long time to get through it, and some of the material might well be irrelevant to us. So we can limit this list down by subject, or by author, by format, by publication date or release date, or by language. Let's say we want only English language material. We can click on English and include, and that's brought that down by a couple of hundred results. We can also limit by date, so let's say we want anything published only since 1981. We can include that. There we are. Let's cut it down even further. We can have a look at the subjects included. I'll just click on more here to have a look at more of them. These are arranged by the number of items attached to each of the subject headings. These are Library of Congress subject headings, by the way. Unfortunately, we can't sort them alphabetically, so you may need to go through these a little bit more carefully than you might otherwise. But let's say we are looking for material to do with pastoral theology, and maybe pastoral counselling, maybe pastoral care. We can include those so that only records that have those subject headings are included in our list. There we are, that's brought it down to 151 results. We can also exclude subject headings. So for example, if we do not want material on lay ministry, we can exclude that subject heading, and that should cut it down by 7. We can also select particular authors that we want to have a look at. Say for example, Klein Bell and Brueggemann, Graham Griffin. That should do for now. Include those. And now we'll have a very workable length for this list. We can go through these very easily and find material that we might not necessarily knew was around. Again, to have a look at details, you click on the title and you get to the details screen here, which tells you about all the items that we have attached to that record. If there's an ebook, you'll also see a link for an ebook. We'll just go back Let's say we were looking for a book specifically about philosophy or some aspect of philosophy, but not to do with religion. We enter the keyword philosophy in our search, and we'll get a very large set of results. There we go, nearly 10,000 results. But we can go into subject headings here and exclude all the ones that have to do with religion or theology. Exclude. And that cuts out 2,000 on records. We can limit this further by selecting books only. Include. There we go, another 2,000 have been cut out. We can further limit this by language. And by publication date, say for example on this year. There we have a set of 13 results from an initial list of nearly 10,000. Now you can undo any of these limits by clicking on the X, but this is a good length list to work with. With these you can again click on the item to have a look at the details, and then go back home to get another blank screen. If you're looking for material in one of our special collections, these can be found over here. For example, if you're looking for a particular ebook on Jesuits, or just any ebook on Jesuits, we'll search for that, and that's brought up 205 results. You can limit that in the normal way by adding more keywords or by using our limits here. But if you wanted to change collection, for example in the children's ministry collection, you're not likely to find any of these books. Each of these searches will be limited to a particular collection. There we are. Just go back home. A couple of useful features are the RSS feeds and the external searches. For example, let's say we want to look for books by or about Andrew Hamilton, Father Andrew Hamilton. Just enter his name up there. We have 44 searches for books by or about Andrew Hamilton. We can actually go over here and click on his name to get only books by Andrew Hamilton. There we are, we have a set of 10. Now we can click on this link here to add a URL to our favorite RSS feeder. Now that's appeared over here. If you know how to use RSS feeds, then this might be a very useful tool for you to have. Otherwise, you don't really need to use it. Another tool we have is to search outside. We can search Trove, which is the National Library's database of holdings in Australian libraries, or WorldCat, which is OCLC's database of library holdings in world libraries. So, for example, if we were to search Andrew Hamilton in Trove, we just click on the link, and there we are. We're not going to go into how to use Trove at the moment, but just be aware that this is a facility that is available to you. You can also always go back to the search screen and do the same thing for WorldCat. Just click on the link, it will search for our search terms. And again, we're not going to go into how to use WorldCat here, but just be aware that this is a search that is available to you. Just go back home. That concludes this tutorial, but please be aware that you can always go to the old catalogue interface by clicking on this link and using the catalogue as normal, or you could go to the library website Contact Us page, where you'll find our phone number and general inquiries email address. You can always send us a note or give us a call if you're having trouble with the catalogue. Thank you very much, and I hope this has been helpful.